Everybody, it's me, Shaw360, and I'm in front of the camera again, this time to talk about a tag. This tag was from Pamela M. She did it on her vlog channel, and so since she did it face-to-face, I'm going to do it face-to-face as well. And the blog was Top 10 K-Pop Videos That Don't Have MVs. And she's a really big YG stan, so most of her songs were either YG, Big Bang mostly songs. And because I am a Shawwal at heart, mine is just gonna flat out be about SHINee. I'm not even gonna skirt around it. I did top SHINee songs that do not have MVs, and this is just a personal list of mine of songs that I love from SHINee that don't have MVs. And because of that, a lot of people don't know these songs, and they're really great. One of the main things that I love about SHINee is the fact that they are such a great vocal group, and SHINee is really known for their dancing a lot more because the singles that SM chooses to promote tend to be the dancing songs. But SHINee is like one of the top ballad groups in K-pop, in my opinion. So a lot of these choices are ballad choices. But I've got a couple of more upbeat ones in here as well. So let's just get started. I'm doing it in chronological order, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the song. And then I've also made a playlist that you'll be able to click on down below in the description box, and it's going to have these songs in a playlist. And I tried to pick videos that present the songs a little bit differently than normal, either through fan-made MVs or people's interpretation of the song through instrumental covers, or, you know, just fun lyric videos. So I try to do something different with the playlist. But let's just get started first with my favorite album in all of the SHINeeverse, Amigo. I've told you guys I love this album, and there were so many songs on this album that I would love to see MVs for. But two songs that I feel like were made for music videos is the song Romantic, because it is exactly what it says. It is romantic. When you hear the song and it comes on with Jongyun's first wah, like, you just know it's about to go down, and that's exactly what the song sounds like, and I could totally see the MV in my mind. So yeah, I want an MV for this one, very much so. Also, Best Place. I love this song. Every time this song comes on, I listen to it at least twice because it just sounds like the best day ever. Like, the way the instrumentation is on the song, it sounds like what a perfect first date with a member of SHINee should be like. Like, it sounds bright, and it sounds fun, and it sounds sensual, and it sounds caring, and it just, that song in my heart, like, explosions everywhere. So definitely Best Place. Now, from the mini album Romeo, there's not a lot of songs there to choose from, and I mean, they pretty much picked the best ones for the MV, but I would go with Please Don't Go. In the beginning of SHINee, Jongyun and Onu really did carry the majority of the vocal weight for the group, and I guess SM said, you know what, let's give the people what they want, and they did a song with just the two leads, and that song is like vocal acrobatics. These two go off. I mean, it's high notes and long notes and hitting the basses and doing falsetto, and it is just, you can't sing this song if you can't sing. Like, if a person like me tries to sing this song, I would sound like a frog slowly dying. Whereas if you have people like Jongyun and Onu, it becomes magic. And I would have loved to have seen these two battle it out in an MV. I think that'd be amazing. Alright, so 2009 Year of Us, this one was hard because that particular album I don't really like. I think it is my least favorite project that SHINee has ever done. Close second being the Dream Girl project. I didn't really like the album. I loved the single, but I didn't really like the album. So from 2009 Year of Us, what killed it for me is the excessive use of auto-tune. I really wanted SM to burn the auto-tune machine by the time this album was over. But one song that wasn't affected by the autotune was the song You. And I think that song is sweet, and it is my SHINee babies, and I love it. So the song You, I chose that from the 2009 Year of Us. From Lucifer, again, another album like Amigo where there is just so much to choose from that it's hard. It's almost impossible. But I chose two songs from this album because these two songs are famous in the SHINee catalog, so I felt like these were the obvious choices. The first one being the song Quasimodo. From the moment the song starts, you hear the whoo, like, you know it's fixing to go down. And I don't know why the internet hasn't provided me with a fan-made MV that like takes clips from the Hunchback of Notre Dame and slips the song Quasimodo underneath it, but the internet needs to make that happen because this song is made for a fan-made MV. Like, it's so dramatic, and the vocal harmony is on point, and it's so emotional, and it's got these beautiful big crescendos. So yeah, this is a song that I think needed an MV. Another song that needed an MV, because I think that of the songs that I've chosen that are all ballads, this one is the one that most would have been fun to see the dance for, is the song Electric Heart. The song Electric Heart to me sounds like a song that was produced by the Neptunes, you know, Pharrell Williams and his group, because it has that kind of syncopated, kind of robotic soul sound that I associate with the Neptunes, and I just know that if this had an MV, that video would have been fire, and we all would have been doing the Electric Heart dance. So yeah, I want Electric Heart to have an MV. From the album Sherlock, there's a lot of great songs on it, but most of the songs are ballads, but my absolute favorite song of all time by SHINee is on that album, and so I automatically knew this was a song that I wanted to have an MV for, and it is the song Alarm Clock. Don't ask me why. There's songs in the SHINee catalog that SHINee has sung better on. There are songs that SHINee has done that are more danceable. There are songs that Jonghyun has wrote that have better lyrics. But for some reason, Alarm Clock is that song that sings to my spirit, sings to my soul. And every time I hear it, I get verklempt. So Alarm Clock, I would love to see an MV for. I imagine it being the same as the album cover for Sherlock, where all the guys are kind of in their hippie wear and they're all experiencing these weird kind of acid dreams, and the alarm clock keeps going off in the background while they're having these crazy dreams. So I can see the MV in my mind, but alas, it doesn't exist. But that is one that I would pay money to see if I could, an MV for Alarm Clock. From the Dreamgirl album, this was a hard one because that album is an album where I really could scrap the whole thing except for the lead single. I actually do have a fondness for the song Runaway, and I think that that would be a song that would make for a really good MV. Like, of all the songs on there, I think Runaway would be. That song, for some reason, it reminds me of like a catwalk or being in the center of the mall walking from store to store. Like, it has a fashion sound to me, if that makes any sense. And the fact that it's called Runaway, I kind of want to be called Runway because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like runway music. So I think that that would have had a really fun MV if they made one. Now from the Why So Serious project. Why So Serious is the only single that SHINee has ever put out that I thought that SM did the wrong thing. Like, I've never had a time where I thought that the lead single was one of the weakest songs on the album, but Why So Serious to me will always be the weakest song on that damn album. Like, I just hate that song. I hate the fact that they did the video without Jonghyun, even though I know he had the car accident, but still we could have waited on that. I hate the choreography for that song. I don't like the way that song sounds. Like, just everything about that song is bogus to me. But the album is straight fire, and I actually picked 2 songs from that album because I love that album so much. So the first song I chose was a song that they promoted as kind of like the secondary stage on their music shows, and it's the song Medusa. And I love that song because it has really fun English lyrics. It has a really cool R&B vibe because it's written by Teddy Riley, and I can just, thinking about the way the performance is on the stage, I can just tell that this would have been a nice, cool, spooky video. And I wish they had made it into a video. I think we all would have enjoyed that a lot better than what we got with Why So Serious, even though I heard that in Korea, Why So Serious was like a big hit. I'm gonna have to take your word for it because for me, I didn't like that. The other song that I chose is not a ballad, but it's kind of a sexy, slow song, like upbeat. I don't know how to describe it, but it's the song Excuse Me Miss. And that song, it sounds like Jonghyun is trying to hit on you. Like, that whole song sounds like come on lines. And I love it because prior to, I would say, this project maybe, we didn't have sexy SHINee. Like, we've always had romantic, sensual, you know, lovely SHINee. There's always been the fantasy SHINee, but there's never really been the sexy SHINee until now. And I feel like this song in particular is a sexy SHINee, and it kind of was the gateway drug that leads us into probably the #1 song by SHINee that should have gotten an MV, and that song comes from the Everybody album, Symptoms. Come on. I feel like I don't even have to explain to you guys why Symptoms should have got an MV. I just think that this is something that universally all K-pop fans can agree on. Symptoms should have had an MV. And it should have casted me and Minho and a bedroom, and low lights. Symptoms. Like on my list, it's written in bold. Symptoms. Symptoms. And since you've already seen it, my last two picks from the latest release is Odd and Married to the Music. For Odd, of course, it's Odd Eye. I think Odd Eye would have been an amazing MV because that song is really hot, and the stage for it was the Goodbye stage for the Odd album, and it was super hot, and I just really love that song. I love the you. I just love that part so much. Like, I love that song. But you know what? A close second for me for that album is actually the song Romance. I don't know why, but I could totally see that MV taking place like on a beach and like a series of like beachside cafes, and I can just see them going on like this wild date, almost like the video for View, but not as like docudrama filmed, but filmed more in like a campy way. So like they break out in choreography between cafes. I'm describing this wrong, but I definitely could see an MV for that one. And then my last choice from the Married to the Music repack, there were only 4 additional songs, and Married to the Music was the best choice for an MV, but second choice in my opinion is the song Hold You. I just love that song. That song is just as sexy as Symptoms if you haven't already listened to it. Like, whoo! Mama can't take the children. They're just too hot. But yeah, those are my choices for the top SHINee songs that I would love to see MVs for. And then my bonus selections are songs from the solo releases from SHINee. So from solo releases by SHINee, I think that I would have loved to have seen a video for Monodrama from Jongyun's album, because that song tells a story from start to finish. Like that song, if you see the English translation for it, it has got such a clear storyline that I know the MV for it would have been amazing. And the story that it tells a song that's almost from the perspective of a Sasang fan. And I can see that MV being a really stark and emotional MV. So yeah, I would have loved to have seen that as an MV. And then from Taemin's Ace album, I could definitely see Play Me, because I just really love that song. I think the song didn't get a lot of attention because Taemin never really did any stages for it, but that song is well written, it's very sexy, and it presents Taemin in a way that I don't think any of us have ever seen him before. And then the last song from Jongyun's latest album, The Story, I would have picked the song, they call it Skeleton Flower, but they also call it Diphyligrae. I don't know. I can't pronounce the song because it's like Latin and I can't. But that song is like scary, eerie, beautiful, and I could see something like really tragic to go along with that, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the dramatic MV. So yeah, I definitely would have gone with that one too. So those are all my choices, and there was a little bit of interruption in the video because I tell you guys all the time that I film my videos with my cell phone. Somebody called me in the middle of the video, so I had to like switch things up and redo things. I'm sorry. But I hope that you enjoyed my list. And like I said, I have a playlist down below. Also, my friend Jade, she did the tag. And so I'm going to have her video link down below. So I'm going to have several links. I'm going to have a link for Pamela's video. I'm going to have a link for the playlist, a link to Jade's video, and I'll have a link to my other channel, Shawwall360 Chats. Oh my gosh, I can't even say my own username. I will have a link to my other channel, Shawwall360 Chats, in case you want to talk about K-dramas, because I talk about K-dramas on that channel. And don't forget, December 5th is Unboxing Day. I know that sounds like that's a long way away, but it's really not. It's like, what, 3 weeks away? That's not long at all. Like if you were to order something from Korea today, you might get it on time and you might not. So yeah, be preparing for that, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!